Zeina Khodr is live for us in Geneva. And Zeina, both sides finally agreeing to sit down face to face in the same room. Earlier today, things weren't looking good with the Syrian government delegation threatening to leave Geneva on Saturday.
Well, undoubtedly progress. They were supposed to sit down in the same room today. That did not happen. Now we know that negotiations will begin tomorrow morning, Saturday. Now, we heard Brahimi say that there is no certainty, a lot of cautious optimism, but at the same time telling everyone to wish them luck. He knows this is going to be a very difficult and complicated process, and this is exactly what we've been hearing from international diplomats since Geneva II convened on Wednesday. But we did hear Brahimi stress that both sides agree to the Geneva I communique. It was almost a guarantee, really, to the opposition, the Syrian National Coalition, which earlier today said they are demanding written guarantees before any direct talks with the government. They believe that the government hasn't really explicitly expressed its readiness to implement this communique. It calls, of course, for the formation of a transitional body with full executive powers, both sides coming really to Geneva with conflicting agendas. So Brahimi making clear that both sides respect Geneva I, but also at the same time calling on countries that support the warring factions in Syria to play a constructive and positive role, because he knows that this is not just two delegations from Syria discussing the future of their country. There are regional powers, the Iranian-Saudi rivalry, for example, which is playing out here in Geneva. So he's going to need their support as well in order for this process to succeed.
Yeah, Lakhdar Brahimi stressing that what's important is to save Syria. Now, all parties know that a lot is at stake here, a huge task in front of them. Any idea how long these talks are scheduled to go on for?
Well, what we have been hearing from Syrian government sources that it will last until Thursday. On Friday, they're going to issue a communique. It's hard to say, but the very fact that this process has now started is an achievement in itself. Earlier today, a U.S. diplomat said, in any negotiating process, there are ups and downs, but what is important is for this to continue. The international community knows that there is no other alternative. The other alternative is the war continues, people continue to die, and the region will destabilize even further. The war is no longer being fought just in Syria. It has spread to Lebanon, to Iraq. So there is a real danger. And we also know that the international community is worried about the growing strength of groups linked to Al-Qaeda in Syria. So it is not just the Syrian parties who are concerned here. It's the international community. But this is going to take a long time. We're not expecting a political deal, but what could happen is some sort of an agreement, for example, on security arrangements in some areas to allow humanitarian aid to reach those who need it most.
Yes, Lakhdar Brahimi saying talks on humanitarian access have been going on and will continue. Zeina, once again, thank you very much. Zeina Khodr there in Geneva.